Welcome back, gentlemen. It's Garrett Prettyman at Garrett Prettyman Coaching, and I'm going to get vulnerable with you today about some things I've had to go through as far as pain, loneliness, and grief, and how to start thinking and showing up when you're in that space. We don't enjoy pain. We would prefer to feel good. And I think this is a universally human desire. But there's an irony here that we need to reckon with. We can't move out of grief or pain until we're able to see the gift that's in it. I know men who have looked at what happened in their life with the lens of, I'm the victim, this is terrible, this never should have happened, and they're looking for a savior. When we wallow in that self pity, it only perpetuates the rut. There's a unique opportunity that can only come to us in life through the form of pain. Go to the gym and start working out, and you'll notice before you get muscle gains, there's pain. Try to make more money, and you'll discover before you have the breakthrough that opens up the gate to more funds, there's some pain you went through. Maybe it was hours, maybe it was a skill you had to learn, maybe it was some problems you had to overcome or people that you had to learn to work with. The very fact you're watching this video is part of my testimony on how I decided to use the pain to make something tangible, make something that helps other people and benefit my life. It's therapeutic for me to make a video or send out an email talking about this stuff. It's a form of journaling for me. So you're kind of coming along my path of growth if you see my videos from way back in the day up to where I am now. And when you see my ebooks, I wasn't just sitting on a rock one day going, wow, I'm so happy and everything's so perfect in my life. I think I'll write a book. No, I was laying in bed wanting to die. It was 3 a.m. and I couldn't sleep because I was stressed out. And I was like, I feel so alone and I feel so much pain. What am I going to do with it? How can it serve me as I move forward in ways that I want to be served? This is something to get clear on for yourself as you sit with the pain and you sit with the grief. First thing I'm going to mention is that it's completely normal for it to suck. It's supposed to suck when things go wrong. It's supposed to hurt when things back away. It's supposed to feel sad when something you love is no longer within reach. This is human experience. So we do need to come to terms with this is part of life. This is how it goes. A testimony I like to share is one of the brothers in our community of how when he was faced with the pain and grief of divorce, he decided to take all that energy, because it really is energy, and it will give you the courage to face things, do things, choose things that in a normal, healthy, calm, happy season, you never would have had the courage to do. He decided to transmute that into pouring out efforts into a mountain that he owned, 1,000 acres. We're talking hours and hours on an excavator he bought, meeting with architects, getting very creative on how he could leverage selling some of the land to be able to fund his dreams. Out of that pain, he started creating something. He created a beautiful lodge that hosts a lot of people. And we as men now get to come and meet with him there and partake in something amazing that he created because of his pain. Other guys in the group have said the same thing. It can be as simple as going out one day and just going primal, grabbing an axe and clearing a trail in the back 40. And just it's therapeutic to let that energy go into something. And it's cool because now for the next 15 years, everybody gets to enjoy this amazing trail that the man built. I've done that approach too when I'm in a lot of pain. So creating something, having the balls to just book that flight and take that trip and do that thing that you've always wanted to, but you always put it on the back burner. This is a time to step up and make something happen because you have this driving thing in you. And then you'll always look back as this point in your life as a tremendous gift. Even the fact that I work with men, coach guys, have been trained on this stuff and have involved myself a lot in men's work, never would have come into my path in life if pain had not come into my path. I was on a whole different highway. I was headed to other ideas for business, other ideas for lifestyle, even location. This beautiful historic home I'm sitting on up in the mountains, this wouldn't be under my possession. if I hadn't gone through the pain of a breakup. So, brother, I want you to just start noticing how you can make something because you have this gift and start viewing it as a gift. It's no longer the sad story of how you were cheated on or your heart was broken or how miserable this thing was and woe is you. The story starts to change about, you know what? It was a hard thing that I went through, but I'm actually thankful because of that. Now there's this. So let's get clear on what this is. If we don't know what this is that we're going to create from this pain, it can feel very bleak. It can feel like we don't know where to go, what to do, and that we've hit a dead end. Not every man has chosen to make something great from the pain and choose to see it as a gift. There's men that have buried themselves in alcohol, flooded themselves in porn, or just shut off in zombie mode and just settled. Those men are able to look back and say, wow, I'm glad that happened. Because of that, I have this. You know, think about it even like this. We as men are testosterone driven beings. And I get my blood work checked regularly. And I found it interesting how my thyroid levels, my hormone levels, like they fluctuate. Sure, there's diet and stuff involved in there, but sometimes it's literally the things you've been going through. I've watched my thyroid levels get so whacked, I thought I had to go on the hormone. It was just because it was an extremely sad time in my life. My body is literally like in a mode of surviving barely. And then there's times where you've been in the sunshine, you've been working, you've been remodeling or doing some amazing project and you're really in it. You get your blood work tested after that, like everything's up. It's like we have to move towards that thing and then the body adapts to it. A classic example of this is last spring when I was exploring North Scotland. I wish somebody had told me how freaking cold it is in that country. I showed up with a thin jacket and had no idea that even in April and May, it's basically winter weather there. And it got me to thinking, you know, it's been shown that the ice baths can help increase testosterone. It's like it puts the body in this survival mode and it has to punch through it almost, is my interpretation of it. These guys that lived in the north, man, these Viking guys, they were a force to reckon with. When the Vikings came down and would attack England or Ireland, I mean, like it was devastating. These guys were brutal, unstoppable, killing machines. And I can see why. Man, to survive out in that climate, it was like not easy. Like you had to be a testosterone filled, driven, strong man. And so it's because of the hardship of their living, trying to carve out a living in that harsh climate that it bred these generations of warriors. A lot of us have been trying to kick back on the beach in life, stay warm, and just keep things smooth. And then we wonder why we don't have edge. We don't have that power. We don't have that drive. It's like our bodies have literally noticed it doesn't need to make more testosterone. What would we even do with it? It's like it settles and we continue to get smaller and softer and weaker. So face the pain, develop a thankfulness for the pain, learn to see the pain as a gift, and then look to the next chapter in your book and decide, what am I going to start writing that's more epic? What am I going to apply myself to? Now, because of that pain, I am trained and able to live location independent through coaching, which was always my dream. I wasn't equipped to even have my dream until I went through that. So it was a gift and I'm thankful for it. These are the kind of perspectives to start shifting to, brother. If you'd like to reach out and have a conversation about what it looks like, develop the framework and the vision, the purpose, and the mission in your life that you can trust and that you can find inspiring, go to my website at garrettprettymancoaching.com and fill out my application for a Get Grounded Now consultation. Promise you this will be a time of connecting that you'll always look back on and be glad we did it. Take care, brother.